Best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And there he goes again. And now running right through it. And now look at him go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 71 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Line of scrimmage to 31 now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
On 3rd down, Mariota sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit.
Derrick Henry all alone. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 54 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes Kansas City's offense, and Charles, a 4th straight AFC West title for the Chiefs, but still no Super Bowl appearance in 50 seasons. Could this year be different?
I think it could.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, and this one's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He is going to find Hill here, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's caught inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. First down, Titans, gain of 12. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached, as we'll send you down to, and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
It is such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mariota hands to Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Let's go, defense. Get out the field.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota stepping up. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they will take the lead at 13 to 10. They don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some...
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk.
It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Williams. Williams loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Mariota to throw it. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. About 3 yards there to the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run it with Williams. And he works free. Sheds another. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And it's complete to Kelsey. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Gets this one to Hill. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good.
Kelsey. Touchdown, Chiefs.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now Mariota and the Titans down 17-13, 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rolling, it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Back to throw. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Mariota. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Humphreys. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Completes it to Davis. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way. That'll
be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And now all eyes shift over to the Chiefs, trailing by a field goal. A little under 40 seconds to go. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down. From the 45 on second down, Mahomes flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Fights through and now a crease. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Mahomes to throw. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who could help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one. And to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway.